In this section, we will go through the grant and travel plans. This part is provided if some applicants will get some help from family members, but as most of students, they are not getting any help from the family, so it will be very quick to fill. But if your family will help you, you have to provide the amount of money they will provide for you and the occupation of your parents, etc. So I will just go through no and no. We are like you cannot support yourself in terms of the travel funds, and you didn't get any other help or another US aid to fund your studies. This part is very important because you need to upload your passport or travel documents. So don't forget this part. You need to just choose file and upload your the copy or scan copy of your passport. Here also you need to provide if you are going to accompany your dependent. I highly recommend you to not mention this because probably they won't accept your application because the Fulbright doesn't cover any money for the dependents. So if you have really going to mention this, take the risk, but probably you will not be accepted because the scholarship doesn't provide any extra money for dependents, including your wife or your children. And in this section is going to be kind of specific to specific countries. Some countries they ask for some documents or extra documents that should be provided. And in this section here, you can find your space where you can upload any country specific material or any supplemental material or any additional documentation. And this is just here kind of normal question, how you heard about Fulbright, etc. And why you decided to apply for Fulbright. So publicity of the program, advice from colleague. I have known this from a previous like friend or relative or other publication or other website, etc. And you need to provide or others, please specify. So just normal questions where you can answer. And they ask you if you have been participated into another program from the US, so Global U-Grade or US program or Felix. If not, then just don't mark any of these programs. We will go now to the recommendations part, because part of the application process to Fulbright is that you need to provide recommendation letters. But on the system actually of Fulbright, you need to add a recommender. You will add the name, the last name, the institution where this recommender is working, and the position relationship. So if you are a student or you were a student in the class with this particular professor, or if it's your boss, then just write the relationship, the telephone, and the email. And actually, the Fulbright website will send to your recommender an email with a specific link where they can go and write the recommendation letter for you. So please make sure before providing the data here and send to recommender, make sure that you connect with your recommender, the person who will give you a recommendation letter, to make sure that he or she is ready to provide you with a recommendation letter, and explain to them the process so that they need to check their email as soon as you send the recommender, like a recommendation form. So this is very important to really this part, because if you just put a name of any person or your professor, but you don't have a connection with your professor, he will not provide you with the recommendation letter, and you will not be able to cancel this from the system. So please agree before you provide these pieces of information into the system, so that you can have an agreement with your professor or your boss to make sure they will go online and support you, because you will not be able to see what they are writing. So it's very important to have an agreement and make them aware of the application process or the link they will receive via email from the Fulbright system. The last part will be the signature, where it is the last part of your application process. You just need to put your name, your full legal name, and then confirm. And by the end of the application process, it will show you if you have missing data. So I didn't provide my study plan, I didn't provide my personal statement or research objectives. So it shows you here in red that you need to fill all these kind of fields or sections, and that's very good in case that you forgot something. The system will remind you before you submit your application. And this is the last part of the application process for Fulbright. I wish you guys have really good luck, enjoy the application process, and looking forward to receive your feedback in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe into the channel, and make sure that in the description you will find all the links that you need to apply for the Fulbright program. Good luck.